Moms and parents out there, I have been through it all. Massaging at night on my child's feet, her legs, with all sort of off-the-rack or pharmaceutical deep rub or even 100% organic cream, it just doesn't work. And the saddest part is that when I sought my pediatrician help on my daughter's growing spurt, where they have great muscles pull, all they can actually offer advice is to basically give her painkillers so that she and me can rest at night. Are you one of those moms out there navigating through this challenging journey of motherhood, of pain? In this video, I will share my journey as a mom on navigating this, seeking a proper diagnosis from a specialist, and importantly, what are the options and natural tools out there to help your child cope with these occasionally muscle aches naturally. I just want to tell you moms, you are not alone. I have 2 kids and my first one never had this growing spurt issue and never had to suffer through this. But my second one was going through this childhood phenomenon since 3 years old. The muscular pulls usually happens at the start of the evening or at night, and it does get worse during the night actually. So the pain typically range from mild to super intolerable pain. So what is growing pain? Put simply, it is where the bones actually grows much faster than the muscles. And the muscles basically cannot cope with the fast bone growth, and the pain typically occurs in the legs, the calves, the thighs, or behind the knees. My daughter even had her pains in her hand limbs, and is typically exacerbated or made worse probably when there's extra physical activities in the day. So I do notice that my daughter, when she's particularly active in school or she does some sports where she will overuse her muscles, and it will typically trigger off the pain at night. But hey, kids really need to be active, right? And we can't really stop them from moving and being active. So what are the available tools out there? What I've learned is that you can actually seek a podiatry help. So thank God for YouTube, where we are now able to just search and locate for some answers or even sharings and even recommended types of doctors to go for certain conditions. So what does a podiatry actually do? A podiatry doctor is basically a medical profession that specializes in diagnosis, treatment, prevention of foot, ankle, and as well as related lower limb conditions. For me, I wanted to know whether the growing pain was really due to a misalignment of bones and the body that could actually impact on her feet. And we had a family history of flat foot, and it was important that I make sure that for whatever, it could be corrected through proper alignment of foot to body and ankle or even posture, and that could possibly help her cope with her growing pains. So we actually had that check out, and in fact, she's okay. There is no flat foot, there's no posture, and her body alignment to feet are all in order. And the second thing that I wanted to check was it rheumatism? Yes, there is actually a percentage of children that do have childhood rheumatism, also known as juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. And there are actually blood tests that the podiatry doctor recommended that could be carried out in the hospital, but she really didn't find it necessary, as the very first question that she actually asked me if the pain happens only when it rains or whether when the weather itself is cold. And for us, the pain didn't occur only when it rains or when it's cold. So there wasn't a need for us to actually go through all these unnecessarily blood tests. So it was suggested then consider undergoing some suitable shockwave therapy, which is non-invasive, and basically to using sound or pressure waves to actually help increase the blood flow, reduce inflammation, and stimulate the body's natural healing process. I was recommended or asked to calm down when she had that pain. So 2 things for us. Cost. Likely, these therapies are going to cost, and each session would likely be a few $100s or $100 if we are lucky. And secondly, the next consideration is how do we actually get there down in time, because usually her pain strikes at night and leaves her the next day. So it felt that it wasn't a viable option for us in the long run, nor was it a practical option for us. But we had received what we needed, basically to know if there is any underlying bone condition or misalignment that we need to get her checked and diagnosed. We went back to using essential oils and applying on her religiously when the muscle tension strikes. So I was introduced to the world of essential oils and these powerful oils that can help support these conditions and give the much needed muscular and tension support when needed. Let me share with you the top 2 oils that work so well for her. First up is marjoram. Marjoram is a type of mint leaf that has been steam distilled, and it has this really warm kind of herbaceous kind of woody feeling, and historically it has been used to actually support muscle spasm, rheumatism, sprains, stiff joints and bruises. So this oil promotes peace and sleep, and sometimes with the pain that one is undergoing, it helps to reduce the perceived pain and reduce the sadness or even overcome depression that comes with pain. And it is a particularly good oil to be used for supporting of healthy cardiovascular systems as well. And next oil that works well on my little one is cypress. So cypress is actually native to Southern Europe and Western Asia, and cypress essential is derived from tall evergreen trees. And it is a really good oil to actually consider for muscles and bones and even supporting healthy cardiovascular system. This soothing oil also promotes relaxation. So what I will do is I will mix a few drops with carrier oil. I'll gently rub it onto my kids' legs before bedtime. What I'll do is I will mix 1 to 2 drops of cypress and 1 to 2 drops of marjoram, and I'll actually rub it into my child's legs before bedtime. So both cypress and marjorams are one of the 2 oils that exist inside the Aroma Touch blend. So this blend consists of cypress, marjoram, peppermint, basil, grapefruit and lavender, and it has already been pre-diluted for you to actually apply directly on your skin as a massage oil. So you can actually add cypress and marjoram as an additional support, which I do. Because oils work differently on everyone, so you need to experiment and keep on trying to see which essential oils actually have a positive effect on your muscle tension. So what I usually do after applying the oils on my little one, I will actually layer it with deep blue rub for additional support. So deep blue actually comes in either in a small bottle, which is a pure essential oil, in a 5 ml bottle, or the rub version, or the stick version. So the difference between the stick version and the rub version is that the stick version is actually a dry kind of, it's a dry form that you can actually open it up. Look at it, it's dry, and then you can just rub it on. So it's really just mess free, and it actually comes with copaiba. So the deep blue formula is actually made up of very powerful plant extract, and it's actually a very proprietary kind of formulation of oil consisting of wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, German chamomile, helichrysum, ylang ylang and osmanthus essential oil. So this deep blue rub has this very comforting, cooling and yet warming sensation to the achy problem areas. So I have friends that actually live by this rub, as it gives really immediate ease and comfort to the aches and even tennis elbows, and she doesn't need to actually go back for more treatments. Isn't that good? The deep blue stick, basically, like what I mentioned, is it's a dry formula, but it consists of an additional oil, copaiba. So this stick actually helps in temporary relief of minor aches, pains or muscles and joints associated with simple backaches, arthritis, sprains, strains and even bruises. So I would say that this is one oil that I would perpetually need in my family as a pain arsenal. So I'll put down the link below for you to actually get your Doterra oils at members price, which is the smartest way to get it. as a wholesale customer. So as a wholesale customer, basically you get up to 25% off retail prices, and additionally you get back 10 to 30% of rebates on the purchases or the oil purchases, which you can actually use it for your next purchase. So I'll say that this is a whooping savings of 55%. And to join as a Doterra member, you can either pay an upfront member fee of $45, which gives you 30% off retail price for the entire year, or the smartest way to get your membership fee actually waived is to get started with a basic starter kit, which starts at $209, which I'll link at the description below. So the kits are usually the best way to get started because you get savings up to 30% off the oils versus buying individually, and this is a once-off time where you can actually enjoy buying a kit from Doterra as a first-time buyer. So click on the link below so that you can buy directly from Doterra, and let me know what are your pain issues so that I can share more in my next videos. And I hope the information is good for your child to actually find the much needed relief from growing pains with the power of essential oils. And you really have nothing to lose by trying this out and enjoy a restful night's sleep for yourself and your child. So thank you for watching. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos on natural remedies. I'll see you in my next video.